Now, I know we usually focus on the good old US of A, but today we're heading north of the border to see how our friends in Canada bet on their ice hockey, lacrosse, curling, and, ice fishing? That's right, today we're going to be counting down the top sports books in Canada. It's not all Mounties and money making on these sites though, as we've found one reason you might want to avoid even the very best one. To find out what that reason is, be sure to stick around to the end of the video. In the 3 spot kicking off this video, we have 888 Sport. The first thing we need to talk about is the bonus they have going exclusively for members of the Grueling Truth. With this bonus, you can get up to $250 for free as a deposit bonus. That means when you open that new account with 888 Sport, they're going to match your first deposit all the way up to $250. But now let's talk about the actual sportsbook itself. When you head to the site, you can see it has the black, white, and orange theme, which personally I don't think is too easy on the eyes, but hey, it's really just my opinion. You can see it as the normal layout of sports off to the left. Live betting is featured pretty prominently, both on the left and across the top, which is cool. When it comes to options, they're good, but not the best. They have all the major sports, but surprisingly, the lack of sports plus a 6-day wait time for withdrawals from your account means Bet888 is solid, but it's here starting off this list for a reason. And remember, if you plan on using 888 Sport, be sure to click on the link in the video description below in order to get that $250 match deposit. So next on this list is the William Hill Sportsbook. Not to be outdone, they also extended members of the Grueling Truth a $250 match deposit bonus. To get this bonus, you need once again to click on the link down in the video description below or head over to thegrulingtruth.com. William Hill should be a familiar name to plenty since it's been around since the turn of the century. But in case you haven't heard of them, they're one of the biggest betting brands currently out there, and take my word for it, they're legit. Now, their sportsbook can actually be a bit overwhelming when you look at it, but that's mostly just because of how many options they have when it comes to betting. Could it be laid out a little better and easier? Probably, but hey, having a ton of options isn't a bad problem to have, right? They pretty much have any sport and league that I could think of and even allow you to bet on esports if that's your thing as well. They've really embraced live betting and even allow for free live streaming to many big events. So all you have to do is throw down a loony or toonie and you get to watch a live game, which makes it even easier to make those live game bets. One great thing about Bill Hill, as I like to call him, is that he allows you to make deposits in over a dozen different ways. Some operators only have a few, but good old Willie Hill allows just about every deposit method out there. Now, if there's one drawback I have with William Hill and their sportsbook, it's their loyalty program. Currently, they don't make it available to all of us regular plebes out there and instead reserve it for the high rollers. I don't get it. Is it really that hard to have a tiered system like others do where you still get rewarded for your loyalty even if you're not a millionaire? Apparently it is too hard for William Hill. Maybe they just don't want to associate with us common folk. Who knows? Maybe the whole loyalty program and rewards thing doesn't bother you the same way it bothers me. And if it doesn't, I'd say go right ahead with William Hill Sportsbook because, it really is one of the best ones out there. Just make sure you head over to thegrulingtruth.com or click the link in the video description down below so that you can cash in on that $250 match deposit bonus. Any guess on what our number one sportsbook in Canada is? Well, if you said Bet365, you'd be 100% wrong because it's actually Betway Sports. They launched back in 2006 and have been killing it ever since. They sponsor some of the biggest horse races in the world, as well as pro basketball and soccer teams and the Counter-Strike Pro League. Needless to say, they're quickly becoming one of the major players in online betting. Their online sportsbook doesn't have a ton of bells and whistles to it, but personally, I kind of like that. Everything's easy to find. You've got popular stuff along the top and all the other sports in that column along the left. It's pretty standard. You can see they even have a section of highlights that show you what boost they're running for that day. Below that is the live betting menu where you can see what sports are starting soon or happening now, and you can get real-time odds on those live games. I'm always looking at the options for betting to make sure they have it all when it comes to sports, and trust me, Betway Sportsbook has more selection than just about any other sportsbook I've seen out there. They have odds for stuff like ping pong, darts, and even floorball and Gaelic football. I don't even know what floorball or Gaelic football is, but they have odds for it. So if you want to bet on it, go for it. Betway always has some great odds boosts, and when I was just looking, they had over a dozen different boosts to choose from. Certain sites just have like one or two, Betway is all over the odds boost and always gives you plenty of choices there. If there's one small gripe that I have with Betway, it's with their promotion that they're currently running. It's a match deposit like the other ones listed before, but it's not as competitive and they're only going to match you up to $200. It's too bad because Betway is such a great sports betting site. If you're not huge into those big match deposits, then I would definitely recommend Betway and say go get that bonus by clicking on the link down in that video description below or getting it off of thegruelingtruth.com. What's your favorite sports book in Canada? Did it make this list? Let us know in the comments section below and be sure to like and subscribe for even more sports and betting content.